Time's running out on the regular season, but you know what there is still time for? Some power rankings.
I know y'all thinking, where's Kansas City? But when you let Russell Wilson almost come back and beat you, I'm gonna say you should be punished for that.
You've made it this far, people, and we've decided that you deserve more than just a pat on the back. So, we're going to be doing a giveaway. That's right, it's really simple too. All you TPS fans have to do is subscribe to our channel, hit the like button for this video, and comment below. If this video reaches 5,000 likes, we'll give away a free $100 Visa gift card. Let's make it happen. And with that now being out of the way, let's get right into our Week 15 edition of the official Power Rankings, starting with a familiar face at the bottom of the list. Number 32, Houston Texans. Last time's ranking, 32. The Texans narrowly pulled off the biggest upset of the season in Jerry's world, but the Dallas Cowboys came out on top thanks to a late Ezekiel Elliott score. Not that Texans fans should really shed any tears, they're getting this much closer to locking up the first overall pick. Number 31, Chicago Bears. Last time's ranking, 31. But the Bears on a bye, fans didn't have to watch their defense give up 30-something points again, so I guess that could be considered a win. Number 30, Denver Broncos. Last time's ranking, 29. Credit to the Broncos for rallying after going down 27-0 in the second quarter, only to fall short to the rival Kansas City Chiefs. It's just too bad Russell Wilson got knocked out of this one. He was having what was easily his best performance as a Bronco. And who knows, maybe he could have finished off the comeback. Number 29, New Orleans Saints. Last time's ranking, 28. If the Saints just held on against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last week, they'd be tied for first in the NFC South. On the more positive side, Tampa's latest loss means if New Orleans can win out and get a bit of help, they can still win the division. We wouldn't hold our breath. Number 28, Indianapolis Colts. Last time's ranking, 27. You're seeing how much the AFC South leading Tennessee Titans are slumping, the Colts have to be kicking themselves for letting all those early season games get away. Indy has a pretty daunting schedule to finish out the season, so the possibility of landing a top 5 pick is very strong. Number 27, Arizona Cardinals. Last time's ranking, 25. Just when you thought things couldn't get much worse for the Cardinals, they did, as Kyler Murray went down with a knee injury that could force him to miss a significant portion of the 2023 season as well. Just a brutal break for the former first overall pick. You gotta feel for him. And I guess for the Cards, who could be looking at another lost season in 2023 now too. Number 26, Los Angeles Rams. Last time's ranking, 30. Imagine telling us in September that the Rams' biggest highlight of 2022 would be Baker Mayfield leading this team to a thrilling comeback win over the Las Vegas Raiders in Week 14. What a world we live in. Number 25, Pittsburgh Steelers. Last time's ranking, 22. The Steelers lost a defensive slugfest to a Baltimore Ravens team that had to finish the game with their third-string quarterback. Pittsburgh's offense just couldn't get much going with Mitch Trubisky finishing in relief of an injured Kenny Pickett. And the result was a 16-14 defeat. Pittsburgh is now one loss away from suffering their first losing season since 2003. Hey, you know, it had to happen eventually. Number 24, Cleveland Browns. Last time's ranking, 19. Deshaun Watson's arrival has done practically zilch to elevate the offense. That was expected given the rust, as he hasn't played a regular season game in nearly 2 years before debuting for Cleveland in Week 13. But still, this has to be a bit discouraging for Browns fans. Number 23, Atlanta Falcons. Last time's ranking, 23. It was a pretty fun bye week for the Falcons, who saw the NFC South leading Bucs get clobbered by the San Francisco 49ers. Now rookie Desmond Ridder will get the chance to try and lead Atlanta to the division crown, and with a manageable schedule, we wouldn't count them out. Number 22, Las Vegas Raiders. Last time's ranking, 16. The Raiders don't have the worst record in football, but that loss to Mayfield's Rams on Thursday night might be the most embarrassing regular season loss of 2022. How do you blow a 13-point fourth quarter lead to a team led by a QB who was claimed off waivers just 2 days earlier? Number 21, Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time's ranking, 24. The Jaguars are totally here for the chaos, having beaten 2 playoff teams in Baltimore and Tennessee over the last 2 weeks. Trevor Lawrence's 368 passing yards and 3 touchdowns led the Jags to a big-time road upset over the Titans, and Jacksonville did it in such convincing fashion. Wins like this are a sign that better days are indeed ahead for T-Law and company. Number 20, Green Bay Packers. Last time's ranking, 21. The Packers were also on a bye week, and we suppose the Cheeseheads got a kick out of seeing the Vikings lose to the Lions. The New York Giants and Seattle Seahawks losing was also good for the Pack, who need to win out and get some help if they're to have any shot at the playoffs. Number 19, Carolina Panthers. Last time's ranking, 26. Just as we all predicted, the Panthers are very much alive in the NFC South race with the QB combo of PJ Walker and Sam Darnold.
Ralph, I thought you were dead. Nope.
Carolina kept their season alive with a statement road win in Seattle, and with the Bucs also losing, Steve Wilkes' group is now just one game out of the division lead. Number 18, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last time's ranking, 15. By the time this sentence is complete, Donovan Smith will probably have committed another holding penalty that nullifies a Tampa touchdown. Why did the Buccaneers do this? They'll lose 1 or 2 games in ugly fashion, then seemingly bounce back after a big win. If Kyle Shanahan wasn't so nice, the 49ers could have easily run up the score even more and dropped 40+ on the hapless Bucs. Number 17, Detroit Lions. Last time's ranking, 20. Don't look now, but the Lions have won 5 of their last 6 and are very much alive in the playoff race. And a huge shout out to Jameson Williams for scoring his first career touchdown on his first career NFL catch, no less. Oh, and here's another little juicy nugget. Ian Rappaport of NFL Network reports that the Lions view Jared Goff as their future quarterback, not a bridge QB. Huge kudos to him on such a big turnaround after a rocky start. Number 16, New England Patriots. Last time's ranking, 18. Now, that was more like the Patriots that we're used to seeing. It was textbook Bill Belichick football, as the defense and ground game led New England to a convincing victory over the Cards on Monday night. It was a win that the Pats needed as it moves them into the final wildcard spot in the AFC. Number 15, New York Giants. Last time's ranking, 13. Since a surprising 6-1 start, the Giants have gone 1-4-1 as their playoff hopes are now in major jeopardy. With the red-hot Washington Commanders next on the schedule and future showdowns with Minnesota and Philadelphia on tap, there is a real cause for concern in the Meadowlands. Number 14, New York Jets. Last time's ranking, 14. The Jets D gave them every chance to upset the Buffalo Bills at Orchard Park, but a courageous, banged-up Mike White struggled to get the offense going in the wet conditions at Highmark Stadium. That is 2 straight losses now, and with each one of them, the Jets watched their once-bright playoff hopes fade just a little bit more. Number 13, Seattle Seahawks. Last time's ranking, 12. The Hawks have now dropped 3 of their last 4 games and simply won't catch San Francisco for the NFC West Division crown. The focus is now solely on the wildcard standings, but even that's not looking too good with San Francisco and Kansas City up next on their schedule. Number 12, Tennessee Titans. Last time's ranking, 11. The Titans have now lost 3 straight games, and with the AFC South locked up, we normally wouldn't hit the panic button. But the play has just been so bad on offense that it's hard to envision them even winning a single postseason game. Derrick Henry just can't carry the offense on his own. If opposing teams limit him from taking over games, the Titans are vulnerable. Number 11, Los Angeles Chargers. Last time's ranking, 17. They let it get close at the end, but the Chargers narrowly held on for a season-saving win over the Miami Dolphins on Sunday night. Herbert outdueled Tua Tagovailoa in a battle of the 2022 first-round picks. The slumping Titans are the Chargers' toughest remaining opponent, so there's a very reasonable chance that this team wins out and finishes 11-6, which should be enough for a playoff berth. Number 10, Washington Commanders. Last time's ranking, 10. The bye week couldn't have gone any better for the Commanders, who saw both the Seahawks and G-Men fall on Sunday. The Commanders are clicking on all cylinders and look poised to lock down their second playoff appearance in 3 years. Number 9, Miami Dolphins. Last time's ranking, 8. A 2-game losing skid means the Dolphins can kiss the AFC East title goodbye. Tua Tagovailoa and Miami's high-powered offense have chosen a bad time to go ice cold, and even a wildcard berth is no longer a gimme. Number 8, Minnesota Vikings. Last time's ranking, 7. The Vikings defense was gashed against the Detroit Lions in a frustrating 34-23 road loss. Look, Minnie's offense is a lot of fun to watch, but we often overlook just how awful their defense really is. It's already difficult to envision this team advancing past the divisional round. Number 7, Baltimore Ravens. Last time's ranking, 9. Without Lamar Jackson, the Ravens narrowly held on for a tight win against the Steelers. They're barely holding on to the AFC North Division lead over Cincinnati at the moment. Baltimore's next 3 games are against teams with losing records. Then they play Cincy in Week 18. There is a real good chance that final game determines this division, so buckle up. Number 6, Kansas City Chiefs. Last time's ranking, 5. We almost never move down a team in the power rankings following a win, but the Chiefs are leaving plenty of cause for concern. The secondary has been a mess, nearly allowing the hapless Broncos to erase a 27-0 deficit, and those 3 interceptions from Patrick Mahomes are not what Chiefs fans want to see. If this isn't fixed come January, the Chiefs won't be getting to their 3rd Super Bowl in 4 years. Number 5, San Francisco 49ers. Last time's ranking, 6. All the 49ers did was beat the GOAT Tom Brady with a 3rd-string quarterback who is making his first career start. Purdy made so many big-time plays, and Christian McCaffrey had a vintage performance with 2 touchdowns. But let's not overlook what the league's number 1 defense did to the Bucs. They made Brady look like the 45-year-old that he is, which let me tell ya, isn't easy to do. Number 4, Cincinnati Bengals. Last time's ranking, 4. The Bengals have won 5 straight and 6 of their last 7 games now. In other words, they're dialed in and look poised for another deep playoff run. Cincy cruised to an easy win over the Cleveland Browns at home in Week 14. Up next, the first ever Joe Burrow versus Tom Brady showdown. And likely the last one. Get your popcorn ready. Number 3, Dallas Cowboys. Last time's ranking, 3. The Cowboys probably aren't all that thrilled about barely beating the NFL's worst teams at home, but you know what would have been worse? A loss. And thankfully, Dallas avoided that disaster. Catching the Eagles still feels like a long shot at this point, but Dallas has positioned themselves for a friendly wildcard round, as they'll likely take on the winner of the pitiful NFC South. Number 2, Buffalo Bills. Last time's ranking, 2. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills had a tough outing against the Jets, but all that matters is the scoreboard. The Bills won a defensive slugfest and should soon wrap up the AFC East thanks to Miami's loss to the Chargers. Buffalo still controls their own destiny for the AFC's top seed too. We'll see if they can hang on to it though. Number 1, Philadelphia Eagles. Last time's ranking, 1. Jalen Hurts and the high-flying Eagles offense had a field day against the arch-rival Giants at the Meadowlands. At this point, we're running out of words to describe the unstoppable force that is Philly's offense. It's too easy to overlook that stingy defense as well, but that unit has been just as valuable to the Eagles' 12-1 start. They're the first team to lock up a playoff berth in 2022, but they're obviously aiming for much more than that. So, there you have it. Those are our power rankings for Week 15. Who do you think is the NFL's team to beat with 4 weeks to go? Let us know in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Remember, if we get to 5,000 likes, we'll be giving away a $100 Visa gift card to one lucky subscriber who comments below. We'll be announcing the winner in next week's power rankings, if we get enough likes, that is. As always though, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.